Hello everyone, Chris Assis here, and today for the exercise of the week, I want to introduce to you an exploration for the hip joint. It will affect the rest of the body, but it's focused there. This is an exploration based on the anatomy of the hip, and our goal is to explore the movement based on how the hip joint is built. So as we're walking, we will be able to keep the surfaces of the joint matching, meaning the head of the femur and the socket. You will notice that you have heard parts, little bits and pieces as cues, depending on the different tango styles or tango classes of tango styles that you have taken. However, I want to invite you at least to try this out for once or twice. It doesn't have to be your new way of dancing tango. However, it can change your walking if you wanted to, or at least it can inform you of the risks that you might be taking in terms of hip health when you are deciding to do something against that. And it might also explain some little discomforts or pains that you might be feeling in the hip. The idea is to create more options and to explore how these different options of movement make us feel. So if you're ready, here we go. Okay, so let's first start in finding our base, and your feet might look different than mine. Sometimes people have their toes more flared out or less. You want to feel more, you want to basically feel how the feet are supporting your pelvis. So let me take an extreme example. You can see how now the center of the pelvis, the base is outside this structure, the structure of my hips, and I would need to bring my feet slightly closer, like so. So you will feel that support. So you take some time to find it, and let's start from this 2 feet balance and go over to 1 foot balance. And as you go from 1 foot to the other, I want you to feel how you're massaging the front of the foot. So the foot is fanning off, and we have a slight internal rotation inside the hip, and the knees slightly come towards the center. The free knee slightly comes towards the center. The rest of the body orients itself or aligns itself over the standing side, and we have a little bit of a rotation in the hips matched with a counter rotation in the upper body. And we also have a little bit of a hip lift here. You can see it. A slight hip lift, because if you drop the hip automatically, you'll notice, try it with me, you'll notice that your core engages because there's a lot of weight here and there is some force going out this way. We don't want that. So you want to feel that the surfaces inside your free hip, but also inside your standing hip, they're matching and they're moving around each other. Around each other. Good. Settle over 1 foot and swing. Settle over 1 foot and swing. And as you swing, you go from internal rotation to external. Why? Because we want to hit the center line of the body when we're going to step. We'll get there soon. So shift over and swing. Shift over and swing. And you want to feel that this is not happening from the quad, but this is more happening from the psoas. I'm going to turn this way so you can see me from this other direction. Because the psoas immediately will pull your spine forward and you're about to go whoop into that front step. Instead of doing this. So let's go, no quads, but the mighty psoas. And you will feel a little bit of a wiggle inside going upward. And this is a good thing. So you have internal, external. Internal, external. Rotation inside your hip. Good. And stay over. And actually take a step. Step. Rewind. Step. And first we're skimming the floor with our heel. I know that books will probably call it a heel strike, but you want to avoid hitting. So you skim the floor. Reverse. And skim the floor. Good. And hold your position here. And feel that you are dedicating one hip to the front leg and you're grounding yourself through here, and you're dedicating the other hip, the other pelvic half, to the back leg, from which you're getting momentum for the next step. And let's try this. Ground yourself, reach into the floor with one foot and push with the other. Push with the other. And let the upper body help you out here. Good. A little bit more. So you feel both calves are working. Back and internal rotation, external, and step. Let me adjust so you can see this. Up, internal, external, step. Hold it here. Find one pelvic half dedicated to the front, the other dedicated to the back. Push. Push. And feel also how you're massaging your feet. So you're following the meaty part. The meaty part of your foot. Kick. 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 And the upper body is swinging to help us out. And okay. So I wanted to take you down so you can see the feet. Imagine this is the gravitational line of the body, and you can also see my knees a little bit better here, which is good. So let's see, we were talking about the arc that the free leg and the knee follows as we move forward, and we have internal rotation here, and then so the knee comes towards this line. And then the hip goes into external rotation as we swing. And then we place our heel down. And I'm just going to lift my foot so you can see. It's not right in the middle. And it's not all the way out to the side. It's not all the way out to the inside. It's somewhere on an arch anyways. And we step. And as you're going forward and back, you can see how I am not crossing my feet. This would be crossing. But the 2 feet do not have separate lines. Instead, this external rotation will help me in the hip, will help me address this gravitational line and avoid falling in over my arch. So we can stay, we can support our body as we're moving forward, and at the same time feel that we're going around the meaty part of the foot, so we're not falling in over the arch. So much nicer for the feet. So let's do one stride of forward steps, and then you reverse to back. And you feel that passing, feel that swing. Step, step, good. And now reverse to back, and we have internal rotation. Just like that, and then, and step. Everything else is exactly the same. We're going from external rotation to internal rotation. And go around the meaty part of your foot. The meaty part of your foot. One more time. Oops. One more time. Let the upper body help you out. Good. And now back.